Being a parent is tough enough. Couple that with a battle with mental illness, and it's very tough indeed. Every case is different, but there's much to be learned from individuals who refuse to let their mental illness get in the way of being good parents.
I'm a single mother, 4 children. My diagnosis is major depression. I was hospitalized at 16 and 17 locally. I was discharged, got married, and decided to start having children.
I work at the Urban Justice Center's Mental Health Project, and the Mental Health Project has recently launched a new project. It's a very long title. It's the Parents with Psychiatric Disabilities Legal Advocacy Project, and we advocate on behalf of parents who have psychiatric disabilities and who find themselves sort of in the throes of family court.
We did become homeless. Our house was lost to foreclosure, and it was that choice, sink or swim, and I had to get myself out of it.
We want to empower parents. We want to teach them to know their rights, how to go about obtaining legal information about their cases, how to execute their rights. Once they are armed with their rights, how to go about assuring that their rights are actually met, how to expedite a return of their children if their children are in fact removed, but sort of more importantly, how to prevent removal from happening.
I myself had been in court with CPS due to my homelessness, and it can be very difficult, beyond frustrating, to say the least.
If a parent has a prior diagnosis or is currently engaged in treatment, continue to seek and maintain treatment. It is very important that you maintain your health, your mental health and your physical health.
To be a mother, a single mother, I didn't have family support. I didn't really have a lot of people that were able to. I had one friend who, her and I supported each other, but her situation was pretty identical to mine. It was hard. It was, to say the least, to look back now. I mean, I'm comfortable with it now, but there was a time when it just would bring tears to my eyes.
Designate a sort of a guardian or a caretaker for your child in the event that your illness renders you temporarily unable to take care of your children. So designate a family member or a friend or anyone who could care for your child in the event that you were unable to.
I struggled unbelievably when my children were much younger. In preschool, grade school, really had a difficult time raising them as a single parent. But slowly, as my life fell apart, I started to gain inner strength.
Make sure that you cooperate with an investigation. If an investigation were to ensue, even if you were not in family court, but perhaps CPS began to investigate, cooperate with the investigation. And I say this to a limited extent. Be careful what you sign. Be careful not to sort of sign releases that might disclose all your mental health information. But you should cooperate with the investigation.
I offer a lot of peer support to parents with psychiatric diagnosis, and just to have somebody to listen to when everything is falling apart around you. DSS isn't cooperating, or paperwork has been lost in the shuffle and things just aren't coming through the way you'd want them to. You just need somebody to unload to, and that can make a world of difference.
Do not sign away custody of your child. Very often I have been told that parents who had a psychiatric disability were sort of coerced or influenced by family members, by caseworkers, to voluntarily place your child or relinquish your rights to your child, and that is not something you want to do. You want to consult a lawyer first before you sign anything that would give up custody of your children.
And there are services that are available to the community right now that are free of charge and would represent somebody in court.
Communicate with your children. If your child is age appropriate and your child can sort of handle your mental health history and information, let your child know what is happening. This is not something that you should be ashamed of. Communicate with your child so that he or she knows what is going on in mommy or daddy's life.
It does become a family project, I guess, a family affair. basically. It involves everybody, not in the way of cooperation so much, but more understanding.
I have never seen a judge that will say that will automatically write a parent off because they are mentally ill. The instances where parents lose the rights to their child or custody of their children are when a parent refuses to receive any treatment, refuses to comply with services. Then a judge, once again, sort of balances the right of the child to be safe and secure sort of against the parent's right to parent their child. So if a parent can show the court and prove to the judge that they're seeking treatment, they're maintaining treatment, and that because of the treatment, as a result of the treatment, they will be able to parent their child. That is the most important thing, one of the most important things a parent can do.
I see parents that care so much for their children, they would walk to the ends of the earth for them. I see great parents, because that's really all it takes to be a parent. Nobody knows how to be a parent from the beginning. It's all guesswork. You're learning as you go. It's hands-on from the beginning. And to say one parent is better than another parent is it's just not possible to put people in that category.
If you are currently undergoing some type of mental illness, and if you feel that at this time you are unable to care for your children, that is something else that you should not be ashamed to say. You should never be ashamed to ask for help. You should never be ashamed to admit that you're unable to care for your children currently, but know that you have your best interests at heart, and although there are other people there who are support systems for you, that you have to follow what you want.
It takes being able to step outside of yourself, and any parent I talk to that's in the midst of a crisis or having extreme difficulty, I always tell them to focus on themselves first. It may seem selfish from outsiders' points of view, but you can't give what you don't have.
The standard should be whether there is imminent risk to a child, not some potential future risk. Ability to parent a child is not exclusive to a parent with a mental illness, or the inability to parent a child is not exclusive to a parent with mental illness.
10 years ago, 15 years ago, I would have told you I was a horrible parent. Today I think I'm a fabulous parent because my children reflect the most amazing qualities that I gave them. And that's the only way I can look at it. They're amazing children and amazing adults, so I know I was a great parent.
For more information and assistance, call the Mental Health Association at area code 631-226-3900 or email them at info@mhasuffolk.org. I'm Art Flesher. Join us again next month with more of Something of Substance.